Hi everyone, this is Goddess Taya 4444.
Hi, I'm Jane Menard, and today we're talking about
This message is for my twin flames and my soulmate. The cards I have here is a page of wands.
So let's take a look at the damage, starting with the lowest end of the scale, EF0. Minor damage occurs with the tornado's lowest rank, with wind speeds up to 85 miles per hour. Some broken branches and some shingles.
Two of Wands.
An EF1 rating includes broken doors, windows, and damage to mobile homes, with wind speeds up to 100 miles per hour. With EF2 ratings, extensive damage is observed. Roofs will be blown up, mobile homes will be destroyed, and wind speeds could be clocked up to 135 miles per hour. On the high end of the scale, we have an EF3 rating with winds up to 165 miles per hour. Extensive damage is made to multi-level homes and large buildings. With an EF4 tornado, sturdy homes and brick walls will collapse with wind speeds up to 200 miles per hour. Finally, the EF5 rating, the highest and most destructive on the EF scale.
King of Cups.
Towns unrecognizable with winds over 200.
Gemini.
No matter
Lovers.
Tornadoes can bring damage, heartbreak, and destruction anywhere in the United States.
Nine of Wands.
So make sure you download the Fox Weather app when severe weather is in your area to stay up to date with
Ten of
the
Wands.
latest information. Fox Weather, feathering it together.
Twin Flames and Soulmates have went through a struggle. They went through hell.
Texas this afternoon they reignite. Also watching the southeast all the way up into the northeast where we could see some delays.
Your karmics,
for the morning hours, we're doing okay, but
they have tried to trap you all,
from Boston all the way over to DC.
and they are still trying to do this.
In the afternoon, and the later on you go in the evening, same story for you. To the southeast we go. We also have this chance
to
portions of Florida, so that may slow your commute
keep
down.
you
We take a look at Interstate 95
from trying to delay you from your destiny, really.
Isolated rain for you today. Not the best day out there, but you've got a couple of breaks to enjoy the day as well.
They are being held in judgment. You all do not see this offer. You do not see your person coming in. Or rather, your person is going to balance this connection out. You don't see it. But they know that this connection is true. They know this is true love right here. Have the Five of Swords reversed. Let me see what that they say about the Five of Swords reversed. My back is hurting.
Find out how to stream us free at foxweather.tv.
Good morning. Thanks for staying with us here at Fox Weather First. I'm Britta Merwin alongside Craig Herrera this morning. And hurricane season, it is underway. We're keeping our eyes.
Your person is holding on to this connection.
And of course, the Atlantic.
They emotional too, y'all.
I checked off 3 names off of the list, while the Atlantic continues to be snoozing exactly how we like it. So let's talk about 3 key reasons to look at the contrast here, the comparisons between these 2 basins, both of which, by the way, can have impacts for the U.S. Of course, obviously, a lot of folks focus on the Atlantic basin, which predominantly produces more impacts for the U.S., but we all remember Hillary, an eastern Pacific hurricane that had big impacts for Southern California.
Wow.
So look at the list again.
Your person is becoming very...
And we probably will make off a 4th.
How can I put it?
The next several days.
Very manipulative.
Very significantly, and that's really
your karmic
one of the main reasons.
It's really coming in.
When the season starts.
Really manipulative. Really cold. because they see that you all are coming together.
And so if you have
They are really putting up a battle here,
of course, thus you have an earlier
trying to send you all through something.
Storm, the first hurricane, the start of season.
But
Yeah.
judgment,
Important to note that it doesn't
they
matter
realize
if
the
it's
judgment has
doesn't
been made,
necessarily have an effect on the rest of the season. We're having
and
very
they
active
are held in
season.
judgment.
It doesn't mean it's going to continue for the rest of the season, right?
It's getting ready to
Yeah,
hit them in the
it's
ass,
aware,
too.
No two storms, no two seasons. They're never really the same.
Now, we do have a very large pool of very warm water in the East Pack. That's why we've had an explosive start.
They doing something right now
Approaching 90 degrees. While we do have some warm water in the Gulf and the
to
Caribbean,
try to delay
so the overall upper
your
level wind
connection.
pattern is crazy right now across the Gulf and the Caribbean, which, if anything, started to try and pull together.
They're trying to get real cold with it.
Tear the thunderstorms apart and prevent tropical development.
But
Notice that the wind shear is very low across the eastern Pacific. So
Yeah.
not only are they marking off, yes, we have warm water.
it's not going to work
but also
out
we
the
have
way
very
that they
low wind shear.
expected it.
And the Saharan dust, not an issue for the East Pack. It is in the Atlantic. So this is what's causing that difference in the season. Now, the Atlantic Basin eventually will wake up, folks. We all know that. The peak of season is August to September. A lot of that.
Let me get another deck,
The water temperatures increase.
another tarot deck.
Well, heavy rain and drought conditions are leading to flash flood concerns across portions of Texas. In fact, more than a third of the state is in drought. Here's a look at San Antonio from Monday, where they had a time lapse moving through there, some clouds, at times some rain, but they're actually under exceptional drought. The ground is extremely dry, and it's just not able to absorb a lot of the water, the quick water.
And they are really trying to.
Drought does lead to flooding. Here's a look at the drought.
But it's
map.
ending.
Updated every
It's
Thursday.
ending.
They stopped collecting
Their
the
bullshit
information
is
from
ending.
agencies, from farmers, just a collaboration of information that goes into the U.S. Drought Monitor map and how it comes out. And they stopped taking the data on Tuesday to put the information out on Thursday, so this is likely to change with the next one. But you can see a good chunk of Texas dealing with
Y'all gonna have happiness. You're gonna have the happiness that you all
Yes, where we
have
might
been
feel
waiting
some
for.
improvements is in Hill Country. Austin, San Antonio, we have a lot of rain in the forecast.
It is nothing that
This is
they
likely going to be the spot where we do really
can
start
do
see,
to stop your
some
wishes
improving
from coming
conditions.
true.
It's amazing how you go from exceptional drought to zero drought in just a 50-mile stretch.
I mean, people work at Fort Hood in Killeen and live in Austin. That's how close they are on the map. And what a big difference.
Massive difference, and you can tell where the rain's been coming. Who's been?
I'm telling you the truth.
It's a true case of the haves and have-nots.
There's not a damn thing that they can do
Del Rio almost 6 inches behind
to
where those numbers
stop
typically would be for this time of year.
these
That's
unions.
because we've kept that highlighted area in. However, there are still areas that will continue.
These unions are coming
It's
in.
hard to get moisture into West Texas.
But they are really trying to go hard.
Is either
You're gonna have justice.
July's the best month for that.
Y'all gonna have
But
justice.
also dying tropical systems from the eastern Pacific that throw their moisture up into the southern plains and the southwest.
see,
West Texas
their
can
spell work
really
is
see some
delayed.
and drought conditions there.
Their intuition is just cut.
Year to date, they're just shy of 2 inches short, but you can get 3 to 5. Dallas,
This is the
who's
beginning of their
surplus,
fire.
is likely to deal with more flooding there too.
This is their beginning.
Oh,
This is your karmic's beginning
I've seen the photo. I have not seen the video. That's the
of
photo that
judgment.
I saw on social media. To see the video, I mean, gosh, that's terrifying for the kids.
Of this judgment,
So close.
Now, this little girl, this
of
all
this
occurred
spell
in
work being
Huntington,
delayed.
California last week. A little too close for comfort, right? So even when you think it's just gray skies, that you're not going to have a lightning problem, keep in mind it can't
Setting a
happen
trap for
without
you.
notice. So lightning safety, very important to keep top of mind all year round.
It's
Outdoor
over.
activities, of course, expose you, and so if you do have
It's
plans to
over.
go out golfing, hiking, you need to make sure that you are
They have
well
exploded.
and make sure that you have a safe place to go. When you do have outdoor activities, where's the closest
anger?
building to get into? Because being left out in the elements is the worst case scenario. I'd rather you get into your car and shelter inside your car than be left
Yeah.
outside. Now, looking at when we typically see fatalities due to lightning,
Emperors.
it's no shock here, it's in the summer. That is for a couple reasons. A, because, of course, we're outside more in the summer, but that's also when we have the highest prevalence of thunderstorm activity. And
You all are
when folks are
Hierophants,
they're at the beach,
high
and
priestesses.
even, yes, golfing can happen to be high up on this list. So
You
when
see
we
your
have
wish coming
outdoor
true.
activities that get us close to this type of weather, that's when we
Your
want
wishes
to
is coming true.
and we have over 30 fatalities.
And
that have been
these
reported
comics-
since 2006 in Texas and also in Florida. So not only are these
They've
have a lot of
did-
thunderstorm activity in the summer,
What I'm
their
feeling is
states
they fucked
really
up behind
welcome a lot
this.
of visitors. And sometimes that's when we can really see a problem. It's folks that are not used to that type of weather that push the boundaries a little too far, and then we get into scary situations. Now, the odds of being hit by lightning are extremely low. I mean, there's always that joke that you have a better chance of winning the lottery than being struck by lightning. But the important thing to keep in mind is if you
Give me something
hear
on
a
this
rumble of
judgment.
thunder, you are close enough to be struck by lightning. And if you
No.
see thunderstorms
Give me
off the distance,
something
but you
on
cannot
this
hear
Knight
thunder,
of
you are
Swords.
close enough to be struck by lightning.
This
We've
is a
had people die
air
being struck
energy.
by a lightning bolt when there's not even a thunderstorm
Libra Gymnast
so it really
Aquarius.
can happen out of nowhere.
Give me
Now,
something
although
on
you're
this
sheltering inside your
Knight
house,
of
always be careful when you are sheltering inside
Swords.
of your house. A lightning strike on your property can actually cause you harm while you're sheltering inside because that lightning goes into the infrastructure of your home. You can't be taking a shower, bathing your little ones during a lightning storm. Also, do not be on your computer that's plugged into the wall.
They're doing
Using
something
appliances
to
that are
try
plugged in. These
to
are all
balance
things that you might not think about, but it can
their
lead to
money
safety
out.
concerns and
Maybe
death
I'm
if you're not
feeling like,
careful. So I always say,
as
on
I
a
said in
summer
another
afternoon,
reading,
time out bath time to those
taking you to, if
thunderstorms.
they
You know
have
you
to
have
take
afternoon
you,
thunderstorms in the forecast, like today,
they may
we're
be
pleased.
trying to
Why
take
get
you to
bath time done
court
before dinner time? 'Cause otherwise,
for money
be left with some stinky family members, which there's
to
no judgment there.
delay
I'd rather have stinky family members than, running the risk of
the
taking a shower
connection.
during a lightning storm.
Well, this is kind of cool.
The Lord
Look,
see it.
moon, tomorrow
God
night,
sees
a
it.
different color known as the strawberry moon. Yeah, pretty cool. It gets its name from the
And
harvest.
he's gonna call judgment on that. Cause see y'all, these unions are coming in. These unions are coming in. They are coming in, and they are depressed. They can't sleep at night. They are really in their head about these unions coming in.
And what makes this even more unique is that the moon is going to appear a little lower along the horizon, making it a picture-perfect setting for an evening stroll.
They're in
right after sunset, to eastern sky.
They're in their ego, honey. Their ego is exploding. It is exploding.
Coming up, we're going to put on our hats for hurricane.
Their egos are exploding, and the devil is coming after their asses. Yep. And they know it. The devil is coming in after them. This here is your karmic's judgment. The devil is coming in. The devil is coming in for them.
Sadly, windshield chips can turn into windshield cracks. But at least you can go to SafeLight.com and schedule a fix in minutes. Sweet. SafeLight can come to you for free. And
They was sitting on their throne.
right at your home.
They was sitting on the throne that they made up.
SafeLight.com.
But that tower coming in to hit.
1,200 square miles.
The tower coming in to hit. Their asses may be out in the cold. Their asses are going to be out in the cold.
As much as we appreciate
They're going to have to say goodbye.
and who they are, no one looks forward to seeing
They are going to have to say goodbye.
Because if you're here,
car is too, and that means something's wrong.
The devil is coming after them.
That is, unless you call Car Shield. When you call Car Shield,
The mother,
before your car
the
breaks
child
down, they
is
have claims
hugging
that
the
cover
mother.
up to 5,000 parts and systems of your car.
Like, I don't want to
Don't
go.
wait.
I don't want to
Call
go
Car
with
Shield
this
today
man.
before it's too late.
Call 800
But-
369-9526.
But
You do when the power goes out. Power outages can be unpredictable.
these
and
comments gonna have to go.
the Generac home standby generator
They're gonna have to go.
goes on uninterrupted.
They gotta go.
Have power when you need it the most.
The number one thing to prepare for is extended power outages. Don't make it so hard on yourself. Have a Generac home standby generator.
And special financing and low monthly payment options are available. Call or go online now to request your free quote. Power your life. with
And y'all gonna be happy.
Hi, Mike Huckabee here. Having spent many years in politics, I can comfortably say that the current climate is enough to keep...
I'm getting two theories of that card.
By making sure
Yeah.
that a good night's rest.
They have gotten a message in a dream.
You can try it for free. Don't wait another minute. Call now.
Visit
That
relaxingandsleep.com.
they
Call 800-459-8749.
are being held in judgment. They already got the message in a dream.
We took 4 contestants and isolated them for 90 days. No phones. No
That's why they staying up at night. They can't sleep.
We do, but they don't. And that's the point.
What did I miss? Streaming now.
I'm Ari Sarsolari, and today we're talking about
They had a dream where
hotter than the actual temperature. Well, that is what we call the heat index.
they had a dream whereas
Feels when you account for the combination of temperature and humidity.
their
The
person
National Weather Service, they've got a chart that you can figure out the heat index pretty easily.
is with their
All you have to
empress
do
or
is match
emperor.
the air temperature, that's the horizontal axis at the top, with the relative humidity, that's the
They
vertical
seen
axis
it
on the left.
in
You
a
find where the heat
dream.
values intersect, and that number is your heat index. Don't sweat it when faced with sweltering.
Damn.
Make sure to download the Fox Weather app for up-to-date
They
forecasts.
seen
Fox Weather.
TwinFlames, the SoulMates. They seen that their person will get married. They done seen the family that they're going to have. Oh, wow.
Good morning. Thanks for staying with us.
And it don't even have to be a dream, but it could be playing over and over and over in their mind, and it won't stop.
A lot of the East Coast, and this morning,
Yep.
the Northeast, it's starting off with fog. That is New York
It's,
City.
it won't
Really
stop.
can't see a lot.
Yeah, that wheel is turning right now.
We're gonna have a little more dry air in the mid.
It's turning now.
And that combo, that interaction, will lead to isolated severe thunderstorms. This morning, it's mainly
They know it's the
foggy. We
end.
got some scattered showers, a couple rumbles of thunder. Right
They
now in
know it's the
Pennsylvania,
end.
and that's all sub-severe. So
I'm also getting that some of them might take their own life. Queen of Swords.
We're looking at
Again, air energy. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius.
4:30 this morning.
She
So it's only
heartbroken.
been, you know,
Yeah.
less than an
Watch
hour.
this closely because
Heartbroken.
feels a lot of country here,
And grief.
with that rain down to your south and west coming through with
Because of this magic they done done.
And then we do have the chance for some large hail. Some
They done
showers
done some magic today.
and inland for spots. This goes all the
Or
way
they
down
doing it
to
now.
Portions of Florida. But look how far it
Bringing
goes
them
up
down
to
to their motherfucking knees.
Albany just shy or in that area. Later today, maybe even see some flash flooding, Britta, because the ground is pretty saturated.
Yep.
and
The backfire is bringing them down to their fucking knees, y'all.
The wear, because these are isolated severe storms that will be developing this afternoon, and not everyone will see that type of weather. But if we get an isolated severe storm in New York City or Boston, not only do we have oversaturated environment, but we have an urban environment. And so we just need to watch out for that flood potential. Here's what our exclusive Fox model thinks is going to happen. We got the morning action, and then here's the afternoon development. Breaks in the cloud deck, the moisture's around that mid-level dry area.
They just don't believe the shit stinks.
A little more due to topography across parts of New England.
Yeah, I'm one of them old fogies, yeah, They don't believe the shit stinks.
Yeah, no kidding.
They gotta keep trying God. Fucking with the chosen ones. They just don't believe shit stinks.
Remember to download the Fox Weather app, turn on the notifications, click through all the tabs, including the radar, which goes into the future 2 hours. You'd have more Fox Weather coming up after the break.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get 0%.
Lord, have mercy.
Plus, current eligible GMC owners get an additional 3,000 purchase allowance.
This isn't fitness equipment. This is an investment in you. Come to Johnson Fitness and Wellness and shop treadmills.
Yeah, they trying to take from. They're trying to take from you all. I'm serious.
With fitness experts at our 100 stores nationwide, flexible financing, and delivery options that work for you. This is more than a fitness store. Visit us today, Johnson Fitness and Wellness. Sadly, windshield chips can turn into windshield cracks.
I have judgment reversed.
And schedule a fix in minutes.
Sweet.
SafeLight can come to you for free. And our highly trained techs can replace your windshield right at your home. With flexible payment options, get it fixed now and pay later. Only at SafeLight.com.
Yeah, what they doing is wrong. The spell work that they doing, they know they doing wrong.
Because if you're here,
they don't care.
And that means
They
something's wrong.
honestly don't care.
That is.
And they are ignoring God's message.
Plans that cover up to 5,000 parts and systems of your car. Don't wait. Call Car Shield today before it's too late.
Yeah, Page of Swords reverse. Again, air energy.
GLP-1 for half the price. Rome now offers FDA.
That might not have nothing to do with it, but I'm just
with
saying.
Results you can see faster. Lose 15% of your weight with the formula from Eli.
Because it could be any sign.
2 hormones to curb hunger with less nausea. Weight loss faster. Confidence higher. Price cheaper. See if you qualify at ro.co/TV.
I'm hosting my first ever game show on purpose. We took 4 contestants and isolated.
Oh man.
Who knows what they missed? We do, but they don't. And that's
like I said, they know that you all are getting ready to come in the union. And that's bad news for them.
Cascading falls and endless groves of sequoia.
Oh, they can't take it, y'all.
That's what ended up happening.
Right now on Fox Weather First, a wet and stormy start to your Tuesday in the Northeast, but it's just the beginning. As isolated severe storms are possible today and a flood potential.
Yeah, it's not the only spot we're watching. Storms, heavy rain are moving.
Anything else from this deck?
Some morning, some later this afternoon could lead to more scenes like this. Flash flooding concerns. If it goes throughout the rest of the week, we've got forecast.
Yeah, since my writer's decks have different meanings.
Downgraded to a tropical
okay.
storm. But we have a lot of action in the east path. Could we have
this is the beginning of their cycle. And this is the end of their cycle and the beginning of yours.
Good morning. Welcome inside Fox Weather. First, big shout out to Stephen McLeod, our meteorologist behind the scenes. He hates attention. We
Yep.
give him attention.
So both have a beginning. They have a beginning, and TwinFlames and SoulMates have a beginning. And their beginning is not good. It's not good at all.
We have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings, though, to the south in Texas. And
they are going into seclusion. They are getting ready. They are going into seclusion. Not getting ready. They are going into seclusion.
And it looks like a tornado, right?
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, we have homes that are damaged. We have leveled buildings.
Like I said, some of them might try to take their own life.
Landscape.
Like you said, right?
Yeah,
one direction.
a scattered
But
nature to the damage path.
the feeling that I am getting is that if they do try to take their own life,
the power lines,
they are going to live,
tough stuff. We did
but
give you a heads up yesterday.
they are going to have repercussions of what,
strong straight line winds and hail.
Whatever they do.
It's kind of like a primed atmosphere.
Like,
I mean, look at the cloudy skies in New York.
let me see.
Moving through
In other words, say like they are driving, right? And they drive themselves off of a bridge into the water. They will be caught in time.
You're probably noticing the rain pick up right now, but you've got some heavy rain that's really going to come.
But no.
Flood warning through early this morning in Harrisburg.
They may have a car accident.
We will with you as well, but it's still.
And it's a very bad accident.
Last night.
Yeah, in fact, we had flood reports out of Harrisburg in the last 24 hours. So these areas that are hard hit,
they are going to live, even though they are hurt.
Additional concerns that pop up quickly.
They're seriously hurt. They're going to live. They're going to have to live with their consequences.
New England and
so that's double right there.
That's a limited threat, a 1 out of 4, but again,
Dad, I just heard.
So the overall rain totals.
The ancestors is the cause of that.
The problem is we're going to have isolated thunderstorms that produce pockets.
That's what I just heard.
And that's where the problem is going to be because we have.
That's what I heard.
Spring, a very wet start to summer, and now we're throwing.
That's exactly what I just heard.
Produce some isolated severe weather. So here's a look at what it's going to look like this afternoon. This is our exclusive Fox model. And don't get married to I'm going to have a thunderstorm right here, or I'm going to have one right here. You want to get married to the story, and the story is we have.
Okay, I'm gonna end it right there.
That will lead to pockets of heavy rain if you are the community that gets impacted.
Yeah, you know how those go, and they move
depending on wherever you are, what time you are.
Yeah, this looks great.
I was gonna say, yeah, take a look at that.
Because it's early morning here.
A bit of a cool down come Friday. Look at that high 68 before a chance for a few more light scattered showers on Saturday. But that looks fantastic.
Y'all have a nice night.
Good. But when you think about
and
it,
sweet dreams.
like a little bit of rain in the forecast there.
Now get back to you all. Oh, the twins are SoulMates. Yeah. You all have a nice night, sweet dreams. TwinFlames, SoulMates, and your karmics. They getting fucked up. They don't have to have no accident or whatever. They getting fucked up all in their minds, and the ancestors have their hand on all of it. So you all have a nice night, and I'll get back with you all. I will come back with another reading later. Bye.